Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Platinum Plus Maiev Shadowsong deck. If you didn't read the thumbnail, it's not for beginners because everything is super squishy, everything requires very correct timing, but you know, fun is for casuals, right? It's not, if you want to have fun, go watch something else. So the reason why I'm showing all these things is because I want as many people as possible above platinum. We don't have enough people and it takes 40 minutes to find the game. That's my motivation to show you what I do, so you find the use of that. Maybe you don't use this deck, but you understand how certain things work, and you'll make it to platinum and we'll play against each other. I'm going to show you my deck. This is my Shadowsong, obviously. We're gonna go through every skill, every single mini, why we use it, what we do. And I'm going to show you a few games, and I'm going to show you my losses as well, because sometimes losses are way more educational, whatever the word is, than victories. And let's be honest, like whoever shows you the games after they show you the deck, only victories, it's all horseshit. They just cut out their losses, right? Or they play against sealers as always. So let's get into that. Maiev Shadowsong, you all know this beautiful woman. So we're going to use her with the talent Remorseless. I use all three talents, but Remorseless is the easiest to understand, right? So deal double damage for 2 seconds after killing an enemy. That helps you to kill everything on, just you, Maiev, and that's it. You can kill, sometimes you can kill the whole army for 1 gold. And if you combine, if you do that, I'm saying the smoke bomb thing that I showed you. By the way, if you want to understand this guide better, you have to watch my guide about Maiev herself, because I made a separate guide for her. She's too hard to explain everything about right now in this video, so there is a separate guide for her. Next mini that we first of all, our deck is based on unbound minis, because Maiev Shadowsong, as you know, Maiev's cost is reduced by 1 for each unbound troop you play. So when you deploy unbound troop, Maiev's cost goes down by 1 until it's 1 gold. So she starts at 6. But even if she's not in your hand, as long as you deploy unbound minis, her cost already starts reducing. But if she costs 1 gold, you have to deploy her. And again, even if you don't see her on your bar, but you deploy unbound minis, her cost still goes down. So we're going to use Worgen with a talent Premeditation, because Premeditation allows you to one-shot certain targets that you wouldn't one-shot without this talent. For those who don't know, Worgen counters Quillbore. So if you deploy Worgen versus Quillbore, Worgen is going to kill him in 3 hits, whether he has Premeditation or not. That's a straight counter to Quillbore, because it's like usually unbound versus unbound. Whenever somebody's trying to steal the chest, you have to know this information. We're going to use Safe Pilot with Gnomish Cloaking Device, deploy from the explosion with Stealth and Ambush. That, in my opinion, in this particular case, it's better. But also this one will work as well. But I just like to go with this because, in my opinion, it has a little better potential, and I use it for different purposes. Some people to use the second talent where you burn the ground just to deploy faster, so nobody could steal the chest before they do. Here is the top alpha male of the game, right? Quillbore, the most used mini in the game. Quillbore and the Whelpegs. So first of all, I'm going to make a separate guide for this one mini, but real quick, you take Bristol back, because when somebody hits him in melee range, he damages them. And if it's a low HP stuff like chickens or skeletons, they just get killed. Like he, on his own, can kill like a literally army of minis, as long as it's not like Abomination or something. That's why I go with that. Everything else is not that good. Goblin Sappers, they are not unbound minis, so when you deploy them, it doesn't affect Maiev's cost. But we're going to use them, first of all, this is our main source of damage in the core. because our other minis, they are good for controlling the map, but they are terrible at damaging the core because they are slow and the core sees them from far away. They're all squishy. The core kills them very fast. You know, it's just bad. These guys are this is your main source of destroying the core. We're gonna use the talent rocket powered turbo boots because all the other talents, they just like, they are useless because the sappers can be easily killed. You have to be fast. You have to be, you know what I'm saying? Whelp eggs with the flame burst talent. Again, it's one of the most usable units in the game, and they do a lot of damage. They are flying minis first. At the start, they're ground minis, then they're flying minis, and they are unbound mini, which is the most important thing because we need to synergize it with Maiev, right? This is our main tank killer because everything else, as you can see, Maiev, Worgen, and a Quillboar. I mean, Safe Pilot is, her attacks are too slow, so we don't count her. These three are melee, and when 3 melee units are trying to kill the tank, usually tanks are prepared for it. This is exactly what they are for, to be tanking, right? So, but the Whelpegs, they have elemental damage, which is anti-tank, and they are the best tank killers out of what we have here. Now, let me say a few words about Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is a talent that does no damage, but it could be extremely helpful. The most valuable and the most, how do I say that? The hardest to learn, to master, is the skill that I bought because I thought I was cool. I was gonna master that, but I still can't do it correctly most of the times. So this thing effects apply to enemies as well. So when somebody is hitting you, for example, and you know you're not gonna win that, you just cast Smoke Bomb, and everybody's, you know, going away from each other. That thing, I've seen a lot of situations in the game, in a lot of games, even in bronze and silver situations, where the ability to do this would literally win the game. Like for 1 gold, you can literally win games with that. If I ever see it in the game, I will show you exactly where you need to use it, and it's extremely helpful and valuable to have this talent. All 3 talents for this deck are extremely helpful. This one is the best for any deck in the world, but this one is the hardest to use. So if you have this thing, which I don't have, when you smoke bomb the goblin sappers, they do more damage to the core, which is like you get free damage, right? When you do this, it also buffs goblin sappers, even though they are the fastest minis with the talent, right? It makes them even faster. And also the animation, when they get to the structure, they stop for a second, and then they kind of speed up, kind of like a rocket, to the structure. So that animation of rocketing is going to be even faster if they buffed by this movement speed smoke bomb. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a moment where you will see that my goblin sappers are running towards the core and somebody is casting Safe Pilot on them. I smoke bomb them with a move speed, and they manage to just run away from the Safe Pilot, and Safe Pilot misses because of that. So that you can do that. Smoke bomb is extremely helpful talent, even if you don't use this Maiev Alpha Male synergy. All right, before we start, I'm using the poison talent on a Quillboar. And I recommend to take Bristleback. It's because I didn't have Bristleback back then, and maybe if some talents might be different sometimes. For example, Smoke Bomb can be different, but you guys get the point. It's always situational, and Smoke Bomb talents all of them are useful, as I said. So that's how it works. We're going to take at some games against Miniman Low. You guys know he's great. He's really good. Jaina is actually his best hero. So I'm gonna show you the games against him when I lost, when I won, and what not to do against Sneed. And also, I want you to take a look at the games versus Baron Raven. There's a funny story behind that. Because if you decide to skip to skip something, don't skip that. It's very interesting. It's very funny. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to show you what happened and what I shouldn't have done. So the beginning is pretty standard. I take all the gold that I can take. That's what we have. That's why we have Unbound deck for, right? That's the purpose of Unbound deck. You take everything. Okay, here's my Quillboar, and it goes against Footman. If you think that shit that destroys half of the screen is Living Bomb, it's not. It's called Deep Breath. That Deep Breath is given to you for killing Onyxia. It's a spell. And I'm saying that with this face expression because I still don't have that. Just, yeah, and when he cast that, first of all, he killed everything, and he also buffed his footmen. Now they have a resistant and armor status. Look at their level number. Now it looks like a little shield. That's the symbol of that. Now, watch what happens. Now, they just killed my Quillboar. Here's one safe pilot, here's the other safe pilot, and here's Maiev. It's enormous amount of gold. Watch what happens. And then there is one more Quillboar. Jesus Christ. I just lost the game here. I spent shitload of gold, didn't get any value. He killed everything, and he healed his footman with a Holy Nova. And the worst thing about it is that he has Holy Nova and he has Jaina, which means these footmen that are already unkillable are even more unkillable, because every time I'm about to kill this footman, he will heal everything with Holy Nova, he will damage the shit out of everything, and he will heal his footman. Like, from this point, it's pretty much like I'm just trying to die nicely so I look good while dying. But the game is lost at this point, at this level. See, I'm not even switching the I'm not even clicking on the switch to turn Maiev right, because I'm super demotivated. That's what happened. So yeah. But the beginning was great, as you can see. I took all the gold and I thought, I'm the boss. But I couldn't expect that deep breath. So yeah. Okay, here's a second game where I was a bit smarter. That game was like, it wasn't the next game after, it was like a few hours later, maybe even the next day. I don't remember exactly. But here is how that works. So the moral of that story, where I lost, again, we're not controlling the gold, it wasn't mine. The moral of that story is, you don't deploy everything in one spot, because he's gonna just put his spell on it and he will kill everything. So we learned that lesson, and now look what happens. He deployed his footmen, and I'm gonna be killing them using like one mini at a time. First of all, our first couple of sappers did the job right. So now I'm trying to kill Jaina first, so she doesn't use her buffed spells. She killed my safe pilot, but we killed Jaina, and now we start killing this footman separately. Okay. See, we pretty much killed all the footmen that killed all of us last time. Again, we keep controlling everything. Unbound deck. The gold is ours. The world is yours. Use your mind. You guys don't know what it is, probably. Arch enemy. Okay. So far, everything is going the way it should be. Unbound deck. I'm ready to, take control of the map again if something happens. It's a fair exchange, 3 gold versus 3 gold. And even we did 1 hit to the core, so it's actually good. I think Maiev costs 1 gold, so we can just pretty much throw her anywhere, we don't care. Up. Ta-da. Imagine if I had Bristol back, I would have done way more damage to the footman. Okay. Then I'm deploying up the drakes, the whale pegs. Trying to kill the footman. 2-2-2. No, that's not gonna work. And again, he killed few birds with one shot, literally. Few birds. Fuck you. Again, deploying one by one, not everything together, because we know what's gonna happen, right? Cheap Maiev. This is a mistake, by the way. Now they all grouped up together. Watch what's gonna happen. Yeah. With one spell, he pretty much destroyed the whole combo. Controlling the map, because we are unbound. Best type of the deck in the world. Controlling Jaina. This is a problem about Jaina and Thalnos. Whelpex can just kill them easily. Okay. He's almost dead, but I believe he's gonna, like, he's playing to the end. He will not give up. Again, cheap Maiev. Phew. Take all the squishes for absolutely free. Excuse me. That, my god. This is a reminder of me being a loser. I know. I'm trying to do this last hit, but it's not working out. He doesn't want to die. But that's why I love this man, right? That's why we all love him. This freaking double goal thing. Like, to be honest, I'm actually nervous, and I'm just throwing everything at the core, trying to do at least something, because the amount of HP that his core has, like, insults me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not supposed to be like that. But yeah, it's the same guy, but it's his number 2 best hero, I guess, Sneed. So the idea, when you're playing against Sneed, the idea of this whole encounter, at least today's Sneed, today is November 9th, 2023, the meta will change maybe in the future, so don't throw eggs at me. Right now, if Sneed takes 1 gold chest, he gets 6 gold. And after that, it's pretty much like, if he gets 6 gold and you get 0, what does that mean? That means that you just spent 6 gold on Sneed and you wasted it. It's pretty much what I did in the first game with Jaina, right? So it's kind of like that. It's the same effect. So your goal is to never let Sneed take the gold chest. Now let's take a look at what I was trying to do. So at the beginning, I'm doing everything right. So I'm deploying Whelpex, and I'm deploying Goblin Sappers. So here, Whelpex in my deck are the only ones who can easily kill Sneed, because if I use Worgen and the Quillboar, Sneed might kill them all. If, you know, in some context. The idea is I deploy Sappers and I deploy Whelpex, and he has to decide it. He has Chain Lightning. He can kill my Whelpex, and in this case, my Sappers are gonna hit the core. Or he can kill my Sappers, but in this case, my Whelps are gonna kill Sneed. So, what do we have? We have, yeah, he kills Whelpex, but he was a little bit late, and maybe he just didn't have Chain Lightning on the bar. Boom. So at this point, I did everything right. And as you can see here, as a result of that, we got a little bit of HP from his core. Again, he deploys Sneed, but the chests are gonna show up, and I totally forgot about it, and that was my mistake. See, I'm deploying Whelpex, but this time, I believe he is going to, yeah, kill my Whelpex. I deployed Quillboar, I just wasted it. He takes the second chest, and at this point, like, I'm in trouble. This is the moment where I shouldn't have let Sneed take the gold chest. Like this gold chest that he took along with my... while killing my... after killing my Quillboar, sorry. So the mistake was made. You don't ever let Sneed take the gold. I'm still trying, obviously, but, you know, with this guy, this Goblin Sapper's trick, you know, it's not gonna work, right? It's not bronze, unfortunately. I'm trying to, you know, again, to do something, but... And these are the mistakes that I'm making right now. I shouldn't have done that. I should have taken the gold chest to not let Sneed take them, and this was a mistake. You know, it's easier to say that when you're looking at the video, right? Again, boom, you get 6 gold. And that's pretty much means that, that's it. This is it. Look what he's doing with the melee units. He's hitting hard, and he's hitting everybody at the same time. That's why in my deck, Whelpex can kill Sneed, and nothing else. So I have to do my calculations so I use Whelpex to kill Sneed. And I just wasted my Whelpex. Okay, 2-2-2. My core is getting shredded. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. And he's deploying the second Sneed, which is gonna take, I think, all the chests, but it doesn't matter anymore. And this is, yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't have a video where I defeat this Sneed. I killed him once, but I didn't record that. Now we're going against Rend. Let's start the fight, actually. So the idea when you're playing against Rend is you should kill Rend himself as fast as possible, because, you know, being on the battlefield allows him to spam the crap out of flying stuff, and that's exactly what we don't want. So he stole one. I will take the other, I guess. Okay. Controlling the map again. Okay, the first Rend just came out. We're going to, again, I'm deploying everything that I can to kill this arse. And he has the splash, so he kills our Nomelia, like without even trying. It was terrible micro from my side. From my end. And Rend is still alive. And now we can be safe. Again, trying to control the map, and it's not doing a really good job. And again, even if we deploy this Quillboar now, the Drake from the top is supposed to kill us, I believe. Oh no, he has a very short range, and we're still alive. Boom. Boom. You guys know this trick, eh? We'll call it Bulava Synergy. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, my sappers die again. These are the mistakes. These are the mistakes, but it's not punishable yet, because the general level of players is not really that high yet. Well, so far I'm just doing my normal Maiev playing. I believe the Rend was deployed on the left side. Boom. Trying to kill Rend. Trying to kill 2 birds with 1 shot. Killing the Drake. For some reason the Drake doesn't spawn the eggs. That means... I believe he killed my Nomelia. Yeah, I think he charged. When the Rend drops out from the Drake, he has 1 charge. So he's gonna charge like Tirion. At the closest range target, I believe. Or the closest... target that he can charge to. I mean, he can charge the melee targets, but if there is melee target at range, he will charge it too, as well. And that's pretty much, you know, we're doing normal toxic Maiev playing. unbound deck, controlling the map, and throwing Goblin Cypress at him. That's pretty much the game. Drakkisath. He is very... there is not a lot of... like, we don't have a lot of knowledge and understanding about this hero. I've seen him being total shit. I've seen him rocking like a beast. But there is one combo today, at least one combo we know of, Drakkisath and a shaman behind, and it works extremely well. And I'm gonna show you. Like, actually, let's start watching the game. So the idea of playing Drakkisath and with anything else is that whatever has an elemental damage, in case our shaman has elemental damage, and healing is elemental damage too. So the way it works is the Drakkisath and the shaman are deployed, and it's really hard to kill all that. It sounds easy, you drop down and you kill shaman, what's wrong with that? But Drakkisath knows it, and whenever he casts a spell on himself, or which means as a result on the shaman, the spell has 50% more effect, and the shaman heals 50% more and attacks 50% harder. That is a problem. And I believe Drakkisath himself, like, he kind of buffs himself too. So he hits like a truck. He kills a coral in, like, I don't know, 6 hits or something like that. So right now we made him suffer a little bit. We made him spend gold on the things that he didn't need to spend gold on, so that he doesn't deploy Drakkisath and a shaman together, because it's harder to kill. The Drakkisath is alone right now. That's why we bring him down to half HP, even lower. There we go. The shaman came out. So we need to kill shaman ASAP, because shaman heals him. Like, look how much he heals. And Drakkisath is tough as hell. He's a very high HP mini, and I'm making a mistake. Technically, I'm supposed to kill shaman, not Drakkisath, but Drakkisath didn't have a lot of HP. That's why we killed Drakkisath. Otherwise, I would jump on the shaman. Very dangerous combo. Actually, this guy, Mac, he killed me a few times. That is actually worth trying if you want to play Drakkisath. This combo works really well. I'm using harpies here instead of well pegs. I accidentally, I was testing harpies, and I forgot to replace them when I got this guy. At this point, we don't really care about Drakkisath anymore. We just want to hit the core with Goblin Cypress one more time, and everybody's gonna die. Right? Oh. Totally forgot about the left tower. Come on! Now, here's a funny story that I was gonna tell you. Let's take a look at this game. We're playing against Baron Raven there, you know. Very typical situation. Who doesn't play Baron Raven there nowadays, right? Everybody does. Controlling the map. He was controlling the map. I'm an idiot, sorry. Okay. So it's a pretty normal game. Nothing special so far. It's just a typical game against Baron. And here is Huntress. We've seen it somewhere, right? Yeah, we've seen the Huntress in that best deck in the game that counters everything. The one that I made, right? But it's not that deck, right? It's just a, you know, Baron Raven there and the Huntress. So let's keep watching. A very normal game. You guys by now, you probably understand how everything works. You know what we do. You know the pluses of this deck. You take all the gold, you kill everything on the map, and you don't let anybody breathe. Okay? Again, Baron Raven there, and the Huntress. My well pegs were too late. He kills them. 2-2-2. Baron Raven there just ate a skeleton and healed himself, and he also cast cheat death on the Huntress and the Baron. That is exactly what is in my guide about the deck that counters everything. But, like, who the hell am I to be that good, right? He could come up with it himself, right? That's what I thought. Let's keep watching. For those who don't understand, he is beating my ass right now. You'll understand what's happening a bit later. Okay, I lost this game, and I immediately clicked the search button again, and since this deck looks exactly like my guide, I know how to play against that, right? I mean, you can't counter that, but you can just, you know, outplay the person with your skill. So let's... After I lost to this deck and I thought it was like mine, I knew how to play against that. That's not... This game is not the point. The point is going to be the third game. So playing against that, just, you know, I missed Smoke Bomb, but who cares, right? 2-2. Nothing special so far. Again, you already know what we're doing. I don't need to to give a commentary on every single thing. Controlling the map, taking all the gold, controlling the chests, throwing goblins, casting Smoke Bomb. That's what we do. By the way, that Smoke Bomb, because of the movement speed, it allowed Goblin Sappers to actually do the job. Otherwise, they would have died. Well, they might have died. So, oh, not so yet. Again, controlling everything, taking all the gold. Boom, boom, boom. And I believe this is the end. Nah, this is not the end yet. Made a mistake again. Come on, bro. I think he gave up and he realized that he's not gonna win. Yeah. So I kind of easily beat his ass. He barely hit my core. He hit my core like with skeleton maybe twice. And I thought like if I countered that like I countered my own build, the deck that I came up with, maybe it was mine. But no, like it wasn't my deck, right? 5 minutes later, I hit search again, and here is what happens. It's the same guy who mirrored the deck that you're looking at right now. So he watched the replays, I guess, or I don't know. He took the exact same minis, and this is me playing against me. So at this point, I knew exactly that this guy knows that my YouTube channel exists. It's me versus me, and he's doing the exact same shit that I'm doing. But I'm gonna spoil it. I'm like an expensive wine. You can't fake it, even if you use the same ingredients. Okay? So we're deploying Quillbore if we see the animation of a safe pilot. Because for those who don't know, Quillbore counters safe pilot. Safe pilot cannot kill Quillbore. He's doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. Like, look how toxic he is, you piece of shit. Like, why did they deploy Quillbore? Like, I laugh at the ones who do that, and I did it myself. Because, you know, you do this because you are in a stressful situation. Yeah. It's a pretty funny story. But he wasn't smart enough to do this. And that won the game. That's what happened. And of course, at the very end, I couldn't. You guys know that, you know, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I found one in platinum. Like, I don't know how he got here. You guys were supposed to shit on this guy, like, in the leagues below, but you didn't, so I will. Let's do it. Let's watch it together. I'm gonna sip when I have a little bit of coffee. Controlling. Worgen counters Quillborg. Quillborg counters Safe Pilot, just so you guys know. But I guess Tyrians, they don't need to know that they're healers, right? They're protected by the light. They don't care. Yeah. And he is like a coward, you know. He summons Wellpegs on a ground meanie. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? This is absolutely unacceptable. And then he summons this alpha male, king of kings, alpha male of alpha males, Tirion Fordring, who's gonna heal everybody and he will save the world. He will protect kids. Sure. We'll kill everything, controlling the whole map. Like the boss. Like a boss, whatever the English. He got his platinum, he thinks he's badass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. For those who don't know, Worgen one-shots Huntress. Well, he technically two-shots it, but when he does the first hit out of ambush, he lives like 5 HP to Huntress, something like that. Like, come on, again, like, he is protected by the light. He was supposed to be dead. But yeah, sure. Yeah. He's trying hard, look at him. He's trying so hard. But now, we're going to have our big dick synergy. Bam! Bam! Where's your HP, bro? You're a healer, like, come on. Oh, there you go. Now we got a little bit. It's probably my favorite video out of everything you've seen. Yeah, it's time to die. I hope you were entertained, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. That's all.